Chapter 7 Paticcasamuppada. Samsara is revolving all the time when there is absence of vipassana meditation. Paticcasamuppada is revolving all the time, with the exception of the period of sleep when bhava citta prevails. Whether one is faced with an agreeable object or disagreeable object, it revolves sometimes with dosa, hatred, sometimes with lobha, craving, and sometimes with moha, delusion. When paticcasamuppada revolves with dosa, lobha, and moha, there arises a kusala citta, and one is said to be engaged in apunnabisankhara. When one is enjoying oneself with pleasurable surroundings, such as in company of one's sons and daughters and wife, and one's possession and business, the paticcasamuppada is revolving with lobha. Sometimes one falls into adverse conditions, such as business failures and disobedience of one's sons and daughters, and then paticcasamuppada is revolving with dosa. When unconsciously or unknowingly one commits wrongful actions, this is called revolution of paticcasamuppada with moha. Kusala sankhara or punnabisankhara. When meritorious deeds are done with the hope of attaining a higher abode in the next existence, this is called vita kusala. Meritorious deeds which will make rounds in samsara. Any meritorious deeds done without having knowledge of dukkha satya or done with a view to attaining some reward is punnabisankhara. O monks, the Buddha said, he who is devoid of wisdom and replete with avidya, ignorance, commits punnabisankhara, meritorious deeds, apunnabisankhara, demeritorious deeds, and ananjabisankhara, samatha meditation, is order to attain higher plane of Brahma Kola. O monks, in the bhikkhu avidya has been abandoned and vidya has arisen. He being free from avidya and having vidya arisen never commits punnabisankhara. So according to the above statement, he who is devoid of avidya, free from avidya, and abandons avidya, must be none other than an arahant. Such an arahant does not commit punnabisankhara, nor is he required to do so. And when he does, this is simply an act without attendant implications or result kriya. Kriya means just an act or deed without any attendant lobha, greed, dosa, hatred, or moha, delusion as such. Such acts or deeds are incapable of producing karmic force. Regarding Sotapanna, Sakidagami, and Anagami, they must do dana, alms-giving, and sila, moral precepts, more than ever. Therefore it naturally follows that putujana, ordinary worldlings, should give more prominence in alms-giving and moral precepts. However, it must be borne in mind that dana and tanha must not be mixed. Dana and ditthi must not be mixed. and let it not be dominated by avidya. If the question is put as to whether dana is kusala or akusala, the answer must be that dana is kusala. The volitional intention to give alms, no doubt, is kusala. Lust for attaining higher plane in the next existence is tanha, so it is a kusala. Therefore it is a mixture of kusala and akusala. For instance, if I do alms giving so that I may reap the benefit in the next existence, my actions dominated by ditthi, which is a kusala. Therefore do not let dana be confused with tanha and ditthi, allowing avidya to dominate. If there is lack of intelligence and knowledge of the proper alms giving, or if one is lacking ability to understand and choose the correct resulting benefit, this dana will become vata dana or punabhi sankara and result in the revolving process of samsara. Therefore it should be noted that it is not the dana that will prolong the process of samsara, but it is the lack of proper understanding to have the right and correct attitude when dana is done, so that it will become vata dana.